Hey everyone, welcome to Dave's Bonsai. On today's episode, a new bench must be constructed. So this used to be our strawberry patch, and we had a grapevine here, the Marquette grape. I'll try to get that update on the Marquette grape for you in this episode because we planted that about 2 weeks ago. So the strawberries were in here, the Marquette grape. We had a lot of problem with the Japanese beetles getting those grapes, and it was just not doing very well. So we moved the strawberry patch into the new garden plots, and over here, this is going to become a new home for the bonsai trees. Now this is a full sun area, so we're going to have a lot of trees that can have full sun, all the tropicals for the workshop for MBS. And so we're going to get a bench here, a lower bench, and then we'll get one little higher bench. And I don't know if we'll have a top one yet or we'll just leave what's up there right now. Those are all my succulents mostly up there. So we got to move all of these Green Island ficuses out of here. We got to make room for me to construct the bottom bench, and then we'll make the mid-range bench, and we'll probably see if we can finish that today. So we've got to move some trees, grab some wood from the van, and get going. All right, those trees weren't too bad to move. I think it was 40 of them, 40 or 50 Green Island ficuses moved to the side so we can get our work done. We have to move this as well, so since I have to move the big maple, let's give you a quick update on the maple today. So everything's coming in real nice, and the bud that I was hoping would take off earlier in the year did take off. It's between these two branches right here. So this one right here is the new growth. Might be shaded out if there's a lot of leaves here. We have to be careful. Hopefully, about another couple of weeks, 2 to 4 weeks, this was going to be used as a thread graft or an approach graft right over here. So I'm looking to get a branch over here. I got this main branch down here, and even though this is a little bit of an inside of a curve, it does start to come up this way, and it's got more of a outside feel to it, a little bit right about here. So I think because I've got this new branch here, this big thick one down here, I will try to put one up here. So this is going to come around, and we're going to try to thread this through there, like that. So we'll do that in a few more weeks. We want to make sure that this is hardened off first, and then we'll take all these leaves off, and then we'll thread it through, and we'll see if the thread graft will take. But now it's in the way to do our bench, so we got to move the tree. Everything's cleared away, so we're good to go. We need to go get the wood from the van, get it out here, take some measurements, make some cuts, put some support beams in here, and start construction. So the old strawberry beds measure 10 feet left to right. So before we can put these deck boards on and have bonsai on here, we got to stabilize with a couple of middle sections. So I was able to recycle some of the wood from our old garden, and we'll put them in here as braces. We'll have a mini deck. Let's start drilling. Working up a sweat. All the braces are here. Let's see if it fits in there nice. Now, not 16 on center, but for bonsai pots, we'll be in good shape. So I have a choice to make now. All 6 fit on here pretty snug with an overhang lip of about 1/2 inch. So either I take one out and separate them so water can go right through real nice and easy and save a board for up top, or we go ahead and make them snug. Right now the gaps are a good inch or 2. 1 3/4 inch gap. It seems just a little bit too much, but all scrunched tight together seems a little overkill. However, the solution to the problem is the back section. I was going to put some pieces in the middle. I'll notch out this last one, so it fits right there close to the edge. So let's start fastening them in. The platform is done. Got the wedges out back there and the posts looking pretty good. We got 1 inch gaps and it fits right almost to the back flush, but you won't see it because of all the plants. It's a tad windy today, so apologize for some of the extra noise. We'll keep the talking to a minimum. We'll get back to the action. Now we're going to figure out how high the next benches are going to go. Yeah, so time to think. Come back at your angle and see what we think. I think to help me get some perspective, I'll put all the Green Island ficuses back and we'll see how tall they are, and I'll put a couple other taller trees in there just to see how much height I might want in the future. It's one of my taller ones right there. So let's put them on the benches. So I want the Green Island ficuses to be able to breathe and the sun to be on them. That back row will be the last to get sun in the day, but they should get plenty of sun from about noon on. If I put it up this high though, I can have higher trees under there in the back if I need to. So right around this knot point right here. Yeah. I put a shelf right there. This is good eye view for the top shelf. Although for most of the year it'll be just storage. Latter part of the year it'll be for show. Because in the early part of the year I'll have workshop trees here. And then in the fall I'll have all my trees on here. So we'll put it somewhere between these two knots right there. there you have it. We have about 30 trees up here. Now I did mix a little bit of the tiger bark ficus with the melon seed ficus here. So I think I'll swap out the melon seeds. I'll keep all the tiger out here and all the melon seed over there. That way I have consistent trees getting the same light. I can keep more consistent care of them. So I'll swap those out and wrap this up. I got the tools all rounded up, and this project for now is complete. So we've got the upper bench, we got the lower platform bench. We can put a lot of different trees here, up to 2 feet tall. And right now we got the Green Island ficuses down there. We got the tiger bark right here. And whew, I'm sweating. I need something to drink and possibly lunch. Clouds are coming over again, so we got a little bit more neutral lighting, so it's just kind of good. The wind keeps howling off and on. But what a successful fix-up of what used to be the strawberry patch. And thanks to my very, very supportive wife, now it's become the mini nursery. Dare I say, Bonsai acres. More to come. So we've got our trees on display here. These are for the workshop for the Minnesota Bonsai Society, but I'm always ordering extra for other purposes and trying them for myself and maybe having some on hand for other people that want to buy them and don't have good access to them. So that's all part of the plan, right? And so these will be here for another month before I get rid of them. Then I'll have some junipers for the September workshop. So I'll have trees here almost all summer long. And then as the workshops come to an end and I have trees that are a little bit more spread out, I can show off some of my trees probably on this one right up here when I have all the junipers down here. So very excited about all the different displays. A lot of work, but it's going to be nice and pretty neat and organized, and that's what we need to survive, right? So I promised you an update on the Marquette grape that was here. Let's check the Marquette grape. So here is the grapevine. Very, very excited to report that we have growth. So this one came out first, and it's underneath here, and it kind of shoots up right about here where my finger is, and it's going up nice. It's growing up tall towards the sun, and that was first. And I was like, okay, great. And it's funny because this looks like it's totally dead, right? Exposed trunk, but the bark is down here. These grapevines, they look kind of gnarly. This one will come off. We'll cut this one off now. I don't think there's going to be any growth. I see no buds, but no fear, there's a growth right there. So that's exciting. And then a couple of days, maybe a week later, I saw this little tiny bud right here. And look at that now. I've got a bud growing straight up on the main trunk. It was curved off here. You can see here's an old stub we'll cut off. This was growing here. This was growing here. Really weird design. But I've got this really thick 2-inch base now here. And I've got this growing straight up off the top. So that'll grow up, hopefully get real thick. We'll leave that on there, and hopefully we'll have something that resembles a tree in the future. Again, we'll take this one off here probably this year sometime after some of this stuff hardens off and I don't run the risk of wrecking it as easily. So there's the update on the Marquette grape that we repotted in the Anderson flat. So that is super exciting, as always, to see growth, right? So that root system was pretty gnarly and not a lot of fine roots. And my fellow YouTuber Nigel said to me, I think you'll be all right, Dave. It was really good to hear him say that. And it's really good to see that he was right. And so far, I got 2 branches that are coming off that vine. So one comes from underneath on one of the 2 main stalks. So I can cut that bottom stalk off now, I think. And the one that's coming off the top, well, that could become the new main trunk of the tree. It's growing right off the top of where it was a stump. And so if that grows up and thickens up, who knows what it'll look like in time. But that is absolutely awesome that it's growing, so we'll keep an eye on that one. Hey, that's going to do it for another one. I'm sweaty, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, and I got more bonsai projects this weekend to come, so I got to go replenish the energy. So, hey, take care of you, take care of all your bonsai and your bonsai projects, and we're going to talk to you again really, really soon.